did it honestly seem sincere to you? After all, he's been under, I gather, quite a lot of pressure from his colleagues who've condemned his actions.
Yeah, the coverage over the last several hours has been pretty terrible for him. So I would imagine, he is trying to stop the flow of negative coverage. We spoke only for a few minutes. It was on the phone. It wasn't face to face. But in talking with him, it sounded sincere. It sounded as if he really did wanted to apologize. What the motivations for the apology, one can speculate, but he did sound sincere in his apology.
And the behavior was just so out of line. It was so outrageous to all of us watching. I'm just curious, was there any kind of history between you two?
No, up until that point, we had a professional relationship. I interview him fairly regularly here on Capitol Hill. So there had never been, as far as I knew, any kind of animosity towards us. So that is one of the reasons why that exchange last night kind of took me by surprise, because I had not really had that type of experience with him, and when that happened, it was really kind of shocked by how kind of aggressively he went after me in his disapproval for the report that we were doing.
And as you mentioned to me earlier today, it has been quite a whirlwind for you. I know you've been on all of the news programs. Have you gotten any sleep?
I've not gotten any sleep, so I'm really just feeling exhaustion at the moment as I'm trying to put together coherent thoughts in our conversation right now. So really I'm looking forward for the day to end so I can get some rest. But I didn't really sleep at all last night. Just the speech ended late. This kind of ended late, and then I was back here at work probably at around 5:30.
All right, well, you conducted yourself very professionally, and we applaud you. Michael Scotto, hopefully you can get some rest. Thanks again. Mayor de Blasio is joining a chorus of politicians in denouncing Congressman Michael Grimm's threats against New York One reporter Michael Scotto. Our Grace Rao joins us now with more on that part of the story. Grace.
Well, Roma, Mayor de Blasio says that Congressman Grimm's threats last night are absolutely appropriate, and he says Congress should sanction the Staten Island Republican for his behavior. The mayor says that there are always moments of disagreement and tension between politicians and the reporters who cover them, but Mayor de Blasio said today that it is not appropriate for politicians to express themselves the way Congressman Grimm did. He says there has to be mutual respect between public officials and reporters, even when the reporters are asking tough questions. The mayor says physically threatening someone is something no public servant should ever do.
A leader can't do that. It's just absolutely unacceptable. And if the leader does that, those in power, those in the leadership structure, have to speak out. So I would hope that the House leadership says very strongly that this is unacceptable behavior.
No word yet on whether the House will take any additional steps to sanction Congressman Grimm. A spokesman for House Majority Leader John Boehner said, quote, Congressman Grimm has apologized and the Speaker believes that was appropriate. Now, Grimm is up for re-election, and his bid for a third term in Congress was already getting national attention even before this incident. Former City Councilman Dominic Recchia, a Democrat, is running against him. Grimm's temperament, in addition to the federal investigation into his fundraising practices, are sure to become significant issues in this campaign. We will have much more on this story tonight on Inside City Hall. We will be talking with Michael Scotto from our D.C. bureau, as well as with two reporters who cover Congressman Grimm on Staten Island. That's at 7 and 10 p.m. Roma?
All right, Grace Rao, thanks very much. A new development in the case, hours after a mother and daughter were found dead in Queens. And New York One's Vivian Lee joins us now from East Elmhurst with the very latest. Vivian.
Roma, 44-year-old Carlos Amarillo of Queens has now been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 2 counts of criminal possession of a weapon in connection with the 2 deaths of these women in Queens. And because of those deaths, a little girl has lost her mother and her grandmother.
I've just been awake all night about it, the time that it happened and how long it was happening and how close it was.
Camilo Alvarez says he's a little shaken after 2 bodies were found a couple